31, parallel lines and transversals. So you guys already know what a parallel line is. Show me with your arms. Very good. Parallel lines, they never cross, they never intersect, right? So this says coplanar lines that do not intersect. So I don't want to explain that. That's fine. You guys get it. So if you need to draw a picture for yourself with parallel lines, go ahead. If you have known those for forever, then don't. Whatever works for you. But the symbol is that. That's parallel lines, okay? Because they look parallel. Is it going to bother you guys if that's in black? Does it help when I do it in red so you know what I wrote? Does it matter? Okay. All right, skew lines. Do you guys know what skew is? Okay, so skew lines are non-coplanar lines that do not intersect. So they're not on the same plane. So let me get a book. Okay. So this line and this line are parallel, right? Right? This line and this line are called skew. If it had said this line and this line, why are they not skew? They intersect because they're on the same plane, right? Because lines they'll continue forever, so they have to be on two different planes, or else they will intersect at some point. Do you see what I'm saying? Unless they're parallel. So it has to be on different planes, like this one and like this one would be called skew because they're not coplanar and they aren't going to cross ever. It's kind of like airplanes in the sky, right? Airplanes in the sky are on two different, literally, planes, right? Because they don't want to intersect. Does that make sense? Okay. Um, Parallel planes are planes that do not intersect. So obviously the top of the book, the bottom of the book, the left of the book, the right of the book, something like that, right? Transversal. This is probably new to you. A transversal is a line that intersects two or more coplanar lines at different points. So if you look at the picture right below that on yours, okay? If you look at that picture, I have two lines, M and P. They're not parallel, obviously, right? But I have M and P. The transversal would be called this L here because it intersects two other lines. That's a transversal. Does that make sense? It goes through two other lines. Okay? So we're going to give these a bunch of different names. So you don't have these words up there, right, on yours? Okay, so you're going to want to write those words in, and we're going to give a bunch of examples of what they would be. Okay? And I am going to get the red because I'm going to have to circle things. I want to make sure it really stands out to you. Okay? So a bunch of these words you should already know. We're going to talk about interior. What's interior mean? Basically, inside, right? Something like that. What's exterior? Outside. We've already talked about that a bit. Consecutive interior might be new to you, right? Alternate interior, alternate exterior, corresponding. Those might be new to you in this fashion, but they're not like super scary, okay? So if you look at this, the interior angles are going to be, there we go, the ones on the interior. Do you guys see that 3, 4, 5, and 6 are on the interior? Do you see that? So I'm going to say interior is angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, and angle 6. Those are the interior angles in this picture. Okay, so then what do you think the exterior angles would be? There's 4 of them. Yep, the outside ones, the 1 and the 2, and the 7 and the 8. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, angle 8. Everybody okay with that? Okay, so now we have very specific ones. I'm going to start with the alternate interior first because I think that's the easiest one to understand. When you hear the word alternate or alternating, what do you think? Like one on this side, one on that side. Like alternate is like one on the left, one on the right, something like that, okay? So if it's alternate interior, my only options are the interior angles, right? I'm not going to pick an exterior angle. That doesn't make sense. So if it's alternate interior, my only choices are 3, 4, 5, and 6 because you already said those are the only interior angles to choose from. Do you see what I'm saying? So if I say angle 3, what do you think the alternate interior angle would be? Angle 6, very good, right? 3 is on the left, 6 is on the right. Those are alternate interior angles, 3 and 6. Those are a pair that go together. Angle 3 and angle 6 together like that. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Okay. So then what would the other pair be? 4 and 5. Angle 4 with angle 5 together. Angle 4 is here, alternate here. Does that make sense? Okay, so now we have alternate exterior. So obviously my only choices are the exterior angles. The 1, the 2, the 7, the 8. So if I pick angle 1, what would the alternate exterior angle to 1 be? 8. Angle 1 and angle 8 is a pair. Thank you. Angle 1 and angle 8. So you guys tell me the second pair. Excuse me. Gracious, excuse me. Say it again, I didn't hear anybody. Angle 2 and angle 7, very good. Angle 2 and angle 7. Do you see how easy this is if you just break down what it actually means, the name? Alternate means opposite sides, exterior means outside, right? So now the other two, they're not tricky, but they're a little bit, you have to think a little bit more than the other two that we just said. Consecutive interior, again, our only choices are the interior angles, right? So the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, those are my only choices. So consecutive interior is also known as same side interior. I typically don't call it that. I think it's too easy, and I feel like your book doesn't call it that either, but I want you to know that's another name for it. So I think that makes more sense. So if it's called consecutive interior, it's also called same side interior. So if I say angle 3, what would be angle 5? Good. Angle 3 and angle 5. Do you guys see that? Same side interior. So 3 and 5 are on the same side and the interior. So what would my other pair be? 4 and 6. Very good. Angle 4 and angle 6. Super easy, right? If you know what the words mean, okay? And then the last one would be corresponding. There's quite a few here. Corresponding, I'm going to start with angle 1, okay? These are pairs again. If I say angle 1, does everybody understand angle 1 is to the left and above? You see what I'm saying? To the left of the transversal above the other line. So I'm going to go to the left of the transversal above the other line. So that would be angle 5. 1 and 5 are corresponding because they're basically in the same position. They're both to the left of the transversal and above the line. Do you see what I'm saying? So let's do like angle 2, okay? Angle 2 is to the right of the transversal and above. So I want to go to the right of the transversal and above. So that would be angle 2 and 6. Good. So there's a bunch more, obviously. So let's do angle 3. That's to the what? Left or right of the transversal? The left and below. So what else is to the left and yep, 3 and 7. Angle 3 and angle 7. Very good. So let's do angle 4. That's to the right below. So to the right below, angle 8. Do we have all of them on there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. Yep. Everybody good? I'm going to throw one more in. If you need to write it down, go ahead. If you already kind of understand vertical, then don't. But I'm going to throw in vertical if you have space. Okay? Vertical angles. I'm going to say angle 1 is vertical with 4. Which means what, by the way? What's that mean? They're the same. They're congruent, right? So angle 1 and angle 4, angle 2 and angle 3, angle 5, 8, angle 6, 7. Very good. If you need to write the verticals down, go ahead. If you feel like you totally understand those by now, then don't. Okay? That's it for the actual notes. It's just some parallel lines and transversals. It's just some relationships, okay? So as long as you know how to name everything, you're going to be fine. All right? Anybody still need that page? Okay. Refer to the figure to identify each of the following. Number 13, all segments parallel to line segment DM. So obviously find line segment DM, okay? That's this one right here. All segments parallel to DM. Just give me one. CL. So let's go ahead and write that one down. Line segment CL. Give me another one. BK would be fine. Another one. AJ. One more. EN. Very good. Take your time and look that over and make sure you understand why those are all parallel to DM. Is that okay? Okay. All segments skew to line segment AE. Just pick one. Pick anything skewed to AE. So not parallel, but not intersecting either. I heard JK first. That's true. So if we look at line segment AE, which is right here, okay, JK is on a different plane, so that's good. And it's also not parallel. Give me one I couldn't say. Like AE, what could I not say? JN, right? Like that would be wrong because those are what? Parallel. Do you see what I'm saying? So give me another one other than JK. An M would be fine. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7. So keep going. ML. Okay, more people. There's only a few that are wrong. All the rest are fine. Say it again. MD. I think we're missing 2. KB. One more. Very good. Take your time and look that picture over. If you don't understand why one of those is skew, let me know. If you thought something else was skew and it's obviously not on the list, then let me know and I'll tell you why it's not. It's either going to be intersecting or it was parallel, and that's why it's not skew. So like, why did I not pick DE? That's not on there. That intersects, right? Literally, it has the letter E in it. It's going to intersect AE somewhere, right? So that's why I didn't pick something like that. Is everybody okay? Super easy, right? Don't overthink it. Anybody still need that page? Excellent. All right, identify the transversal connecting each pair of angles. So that's part 1. Okay. Then give the angle relationship. Give it a name. Is it alternate interior, alternate exterior, vertical, whatever. Okay. So angle 4 and angle 9. So if you have a pencil, if you need to, you might want to like circle angle 4 and angle 9 so you can just kind of focus on that. Here's what I like to do until you're pretty comfortable with these relationship pairs. I would cover what I don't need. So like I would put my hand over this part so I'm not looking at extra information. You don't have to do that, but I think for some of you it's easier to cover up the extra information. Okay. So we're just looking here. First of all, what's the transversal? What's the line that goes through both lines? S. Very good. So S is my transversal, okay? And then 4 and 9, we have all our choices. We have alternate interior. Is 4 and 9 alternating interior? No. We have alternate exterior. Is 4 and 9 alternating? No. We have corresponding. Are they in the same position but different places? Yeah, they're both to the right and above, aren't they? Do you guys see what I'm saying? So that'd be corresponding. Everybody understand that? Okay. And then we've got 3 and 5. So cover up, where's 5? Just kidding. So cover up a line V this time, if I were you. You don't have to, obviously. But I would put my hand over this part because I don't need it now, right? So 3 and 5, what's their transversal? T, because that goes through both of them, okay? And then let's go through our list again. I always start with alternate interior. Is it that one? Maybe, we're not sure. I don't get a definite yes or no, so let's keep going. Alternate exterior? Are they on the exterior? No. Corresponding, are they in the same position but different places? No. Same side interior? Consecutive interior? No. So let's go back through again. Alternate interior? Yeah, right? They're on the interior, if you look. They're on the inside of these two, right? And they're on alternating sides. So that's alternate interior. Do you guys see that now? Okay. And you can shorten these if you'd like to. I can tell what you mean. Alternate interior, like that would be fine. Okay. 1 and 6. What am I going to cover up this time if I like to do that? Line V again, which you already were, right? So keep line V covered up if you want to. Angle 1 and angle 6. Let's go again. Alternate interior. No. Alternate exterior. Yes. What was their transversal? T? Alternate exterior. Is there anybody that's not seeing these relationships that need me to like circle them or something? Okay. 2 and 3, I'm going to make you try it by yourself. Cover up what you think you should. Find the transversal. Give it a name. Okay, what is the transversal? Let's start there. T. So for angle 2 and angle 3, line T. Okay. Is it alternate interior? No, they're not alternating. Is it alternate exterior? No, they're not alternating. Is it, let's do corresponding. No. Consecutive or same side interior. Yeah, consecutive interior. Did I lose anybody? That's it for the actual notes. We're going to go to the back side, but that's all you have to write down. Are you sure? Okay. So what we're going to do on this back side is I'm just going to give you some angle pairs, and you guys are going to tell me what they are. So alternate interior, alternate exterior, corresponding, consecutive interior. You could still tell me maybe vertical. You could still tell me linear pair. You could still tell me adjacent. All those are still options, but these are the new ones. Does that make sense? So if you want to write these down as I go because you think you need more examples, you totally can. If you want to just listen and look, you can. It's up to you. I just wanted to give you more examples, okay? So with something like this, you might want to still cover things up with your hands because it's just kind of a lot of stuff, right? So let's just start with angle 1 and 16. Don't say it out loud yet. 1 and 16, find them, cover up the other half if you need to. What's 1 and 16? Alternate exteriors. Everybody see that? So if you're writing them down, 1 and 16 was alternate exterior. If you're not, fine. You can just watch. I don't care. Let's do 4 and 13. 4 and 13. What do you think? Alternate interior. Everybody okay with that? What about 6 and 7? 6 and 7. Vertical. 6 and 7 are vertical. What about 6 and 15? 6 and 15. It's a trick question. They're 6 and 15 are nothing because they're not on the same line. They don't have a transversal. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's a trick question. Let's do 7 and 9. 7 and 9. Consecutive interior. Consecutive interior, same side interior. It's the same thing. Okay, consecutive interior. Let's do 1 and 13. 1 and 13. Corresponding. How about 3 and 7? 3 and 7. Corresponding. 1 and 8. 1 and 8. Alternate exterior. Do you see what I'm saying? So like if you need to turn the picture, you can, right? But you can look at them vertically, you can look at them horizontally, you just kind of look at them however you have to. Let's do one more. Let's do 1 and 2. What are 1 and 2? Supplementary, linear pair, adjacent, all those would still be fine. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Everybody okay? So in not tomorrow but another day, so in 2 days we'll have an angle quiz where I'll give you a picture of something like this and I'll make you tell me what the relationships are. So I would say like 9 and 12, you would say vertical. I would say 9 and 16, you'd say what? Alternate interior. Do you see what I'm saying? So it'll be an angle quiz where it's basically a picture like this, right? It won't be the exact same picture and you'll have to give me those relationship names. Does that make sense to you? Okay, so anybody have a question anywhere? All right. Pretty easy?